welcome back. Today I'm here with my husband because I thought it was very appropriate for him to be in this video. Now he has no idea what this video is about because
I have no idea why I'm here.
He doesn't, because I didn't want him to like think about what his answer was going to be. So I essentially have a question for you and then like your thoughts and whatnot. So let's get started. Now, when I was a child, we went to Disney World every other year, and both of my parents, who both worked in education, my mom was a teacher and my dad was a principal and then a superintendent. Sometimes we would go during spring break when school was out, but my parents would also pull us out of school to go on these family vacations. And throughout school, including elementary school, middle school, high school, it didn't matter. So my question to you is, what do you think about parents taking their child out of school to go to Disney World?
Do people know what I do for a living?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mentioned it in other videos. The reason I'm asking him specifically is because he works in education. He's been a teacher for the past 10 years.
Yeah, so I guess my education professional opinion on that would be, if you can, go during school breaks. That's why they exist. I get it if you don't want to do that. But then make sure that you're in touch with how your child is doing in school. Make sure that you're keeping up on their grades, and ask the student what they would think about missing a week of school and if they feel like they could get caught up. Talk to your kid's teacher and find out what they think about them missing school and if they think that would be so detrimental that they shouldn't do it. And then for sure, you want this isn't on you as a parent, this is on your child, to talk to the teacher about, what am I going to miss while I'm gone?
There's a
bird like, wow, okay.
Like fluttering right at the window.
Yeah, have your child talk to his or her teacher about what they're going to miss, any work that they could maybe get done during downtimes, like on a plane or car ride or whatever. And just communicate.
I think the reason my parents were okay with this was, first of all, it was because they were pretty darn strict with, and I'm sure, they would have said something completely different, but now as an adult, I realized they were pretty strict with our education, expecting very, very high grades. But because of that, it allowed them to say, you know what, family time is important. It is important that we, have these trips and we have these and make these memories and be able to do these things. Now, it is not practical to say, okay, then you have to go to Disney World in either the summer months when it's 2 million degrees or around Christmas when it's the most expensive and it's the busiest. And that's when you spend other family, generally with extended family. So that's not really practical. You're gonna miss Christmas to go on a vacation with your immediate family. Yeah. So I get that that's not practical either. So for my family, and like I said, it was every other year. This wasn't happening every year. I don't think, coming from somebody who has lived that, I don't think there's anything wrong with taking your child out of school to go to Disney World. Like I said, you're making family memories, and I think family time is very important. And as long as you are working with your child to make sure they stay on top of things and that they're doing, if they're failing their classes, that's a totally different story.
Right. That's my biggest message of the day is, here's my reaction as a teacher. Whenever any student tells me they're going on vacation for a week or a few days or whatever, for some students it's like, hey, that's awesome, have a great time. The students who are doing fine. And then there's other people who will go on vacation. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? You're failing like 3 of your classes. Like, what message are you sending by taking your kid on vacation, allowing them to miss school when they're failing their classes?
Right. So I think, apparently, I was going to say that's common sense, but apparently it's not.
No, it's not at all.
It's not. If your child is failing your classes, you shouldn't be taking them out of school.
Yep.
So for the purpose of this video, I'm assuming your child is doing fine in school.
Yeah, then go. I didn't say that, but just go.
I think the family time is important and the memories are important. September or October
of any school year you wouldn't recommend?
I don't think so. Just
I wouldn't either.
From an education standpoint, that's the very beginning of school. But, after that, if your kid is doing fine, I think it's, and I think something that my viewers would not know is that because of my parents' background and because of your background, education is extremely important to us. College is extremely important to us. So I don't take this lightly. And I don't say this because I'm like, oh, Disney World is fantastic. Just go no matter what. It's family time is also important in making those family memories and doing those things when your kids are, those ages. I don't think it's necessarily fair to say, oh, you have to go in 5th grade because it's easier to miss school, but then you don't get to go again after that until your kids are adults because they have school. And it's like, okay, well, you're in a different phase of your life. I don't. Right. Yeah. Those are my thoughts.
If the only time that works for you is during the school year, or if that for whatever reason, if that's the best time, make sure they're doing okay in school, and then family time's important. You're right. But do communicate with your child's school. Do communicate with their teachers. Do make sure you're on top of their grades. Do set expectations when you book the vacation, because how long are Disney trips refundable?
Well, it depends. Presuming you're booking a package with room and tickets, it's until through 31 days before you leave.
So make sure your child knows that and knows that these are the...
Threaten them.
Well... Hey. But no, make sure that
I will take this back if you don't do your homework.
Yeah, make sure that if their grades drop below a certain threshold or if things aren't going well, the trip is refundable and school comes first. You have to do it without sending the message that school is not important, because school is important. Your child's education is important. They need to know that even though you're allowing them to miss some school.
And I'm presuming that if somebody is even watching this video, school is important to them.
Right.
You don't have to tell them school is important, because you know what I'm saying, because they wouldn't, if they're considering it and they're, kind of wavering, school is obviously important to them.
So we're preaching to the choir.
Little bit. But I'm saying if your kid is, doing okay in school, go ahead and do it. I don't think there is an issue with, when I took a week off of school because my school only had spring break every other year. So it just didn't work out for us to go other years. But when I took a week off my senior year of high school, I was in pre-calc, I was in physics, I was in AP biology, Spanish 4, I was in college credit English. I did not take easy classes, and I managed just fine.
Yeah, in case you haven't noticed, she's pretty smart.
Yeah. So, yeah, moral of the story is if your kid's doing okay in school, go ahead and do it. Just talk with your teachers, get as much done as you can ahead of time, and make sure your kids know we're going to do this, but you got to make sure you get your work done first.
Yes. Agreed with all points. Well done.
So I have had this question a lot, so I hope you guys found this helpful, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.